Welcome to Something for the People. I'm Christina Oliver, and today I caught up with two BCU rappers, Kaylin Murphy and Desmond Johnson, and we discussed black consciousness in black music and especially in hip hop. So here it is, check it out. Hi, thank you all for being here today. And for first of all, before we get started, what are your names and your classification?
Taylor Murphy, I'm a freshman.
Desmond Johnson, graduating senior.
Before we get started with the interview, since you are both MCs, what made you want to get into music?
First, it all stemmed from poetry because I found out I kind of had a gift in other people's eyes as far as writing. And then the more I did it, the more I enjoyed it. And then I liked the fact that music has a certain level of emotion to it, to where some of the things that you can't exactly say or get out of your mind the way you want to, you can easily plug it into music and create something really beautiful.
I just had a natural talent. I sensed it early on, so I just wanted to carry that out and not waste my gift. You know what I mean?
Now, how did you both feel about Kendrick Lamar's Grammy performance?
Personally, it was much needed. We need artists pushing the envelope more, is because now we're in a time to where a lot of artists are not exactly forcing themselves into a box, but can restraining themselves. And that really took a lot to do, is because the performance focuses on a lot of issues that's going on still today, like black man in jail still, and forgetting about our history, with our roots from Africa. And plus, already the music from the album, it was spectacular, but how he put that into a performance, it was amazing. One of the most amazing performances I've seen live or on TV, period.
I had the same outlook. I feel like it was significant to the black culture and the black community, and it kind of influenced anybody who might be closed mouth, for lack of a better term, to be more expressive about their feelings and how they feel about the issues going on in the black community.
How do you feel about black consciousness slightly making its way back into mainstream media? Because I know growing up in the 90s, you had groups like NWA and Public Enemy who had very honest and very sometimes politically incorrect, depending on what audience was listening to it, songs. So, and they had very big commercial success, unlike today when you have artists like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole who also have messages behind their music, but they really don't get heard to a wide audience, such as NWA or Public Enemy did. So, how do you feel about that?
Personally, I really think it's a good idea. I'm liking the direction that it's going, is because, don't get me wrong, I love conscious hip hop, but it's really not popularized within like the masses, like the society we in today. So the fact that we do have Kendrick Lamar's and we do have J. Cole still pushing the envelope is great. But at the same time, even the bigger artists are, putting out even stronger messages. Like right now, we saw in a time where, like with Beyonce, she's facing much controversy with the Formation video and the messages that it held, and a lot of people wouldn't expect that from her. But we need more people actually going in that direction, especially when you have the power and the superstar status to do so. So yeah.
I kind of grew up on in the '90s era when Public Enemy, Flavor Flav, Ice Cube, Ice T, Tupac, all them, they was real vulgar and clear about the issues that was going on in their neighborhoods. So, and that kind of reflected itself in the music. You know what I mean? So it was really talking about real issues in the music. And I guess it's a good thing that rappers like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar nowadays are kind of imitating that, going off, going off that just that perspective of music to promote their whole movement. So it's definitely a good thing and a positive thing for both the listeners and also the ones that's creating the music.
As an MC, do you feel that you have to censor yourself, or do you feel it's a constant battle to want to have commercial success and want to have longevity, but you have a constant battle within yourself and your message?
I think that you should never feel the need to have to force, you holding yourself back from, you know, going towards what you believe in, like being having a message. When you have when you're an artist, you have to be able to express yourself completely. It's because at the end of the day, you might have people that like your music, but it really will not mean anything unless it holds something near and dear to your heart. And you don't believe what what you sing about or write about, rap about. Period. It really, honestly means nothing. It's all on the artist's discretion. So, no, even if it's not commercial, I will never feel the need to censor myself.
I feel like it all depends on where you see yourself and where you plan to go with your music as far as being commercial or being like an underground artist. Like if you want to be commercial, you're gonna care more about censorship, you know, because that's what's selling. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear no conscious rapping. What's really going on? They don't want to hear all that. They want to hear trap music stuff they can nod their head to. They don't really want to think too much. They kind of want to vibe out for the most part. But then looking on the flip side to underground artists, that's do conscious rap and stuff like that, like music that I do. You know, they just want to get the word out and want people to be influenced by the music. So for them to do that, it got to be real. People really got to feel it. So I don't care about censorship at all. Like I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna put it out there.
And what's your hope for the future of hip hop?
I think that there shouldn't there shouldn't be an argument really with what's better as far as consciousness or trap music, party music, commercials, because at the end of the day, you know, we're going to have to need them the different types of hip hop. Period. Is because there's different types go for different situations, different scenarios, and different feelings. You're not going to bump to Pimp a Butterfly in a club. You're not. So you, I don't like hearing arguments of trap music is not where we need to be. I understand that that's your opinion, but to say that it doesn't belong is not at all the case. Like it should, we should fully accept the different types of hip hop that we have is one. That's my feeling.
Uh, what was the question again? Oh, I just hope that it's more all types of genres and the variety of music is more receptive to the the commercial, so to speak, listeners. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like they get as much exposure as they do the underground artists. That is, and I just hope it, just get more. It's more real. Like I'm not going to discriminate because everybody has their different preferences in music, but I just wanted to be more real and more genuine, so people could really feel that music in their soul and they could relate to it more than anything in a positive aspect.
Anywhere that the listeners can, and the audience can hear your music?
Right now, I haven't been making any music lately, so no.
For me, SoundCloud /Mad Poet. That's MADBOET. Snapchat MADBOET. Instagram, Twitter, MADBOET. Or you could type in my real name, Desmond Johnson. That's it.
Uh, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, basically anything Smurfresh, SMURFRESH.
That's all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in to Something for the People.